I looked up the mic thing because I was really curious, and Kyle kind of nailed it. Oh, well, he's things about microphone, but in context, it can mean minutes and it can mean miles.
Yeah, interesting.
So, okay.
Yeah, and I've often seen it mean millimeter or meter.
Oh,
really? Oh, meters
with regards to like gun stuff.
Yeah, so like when they're whenever I've heard someone refer to 40 millimeter and they have been in the military, they always refer to it as 40 mic. 40 millimeter being like that's the underbarrel grenade launcher that you might find on a rifle.
What size shoots Pepsi cans?
You can buy those. I think they just make their own thing. My guess would be that it's not even a guess. It's got to be below 40 millimeter because you're a destructive device at 40 millimeters. So that's why a lot of the civilian legal underbarreled stuff is 37 millimeter. That's kind of the industry standard.
Is there one you can actually fit a fucking Pepsi can in?
Yeah, it'll launch.
That's a thing.
So
like a potato gun, but for Pepsi can.
Yeah, and you can fill the Pepsi can up with like concrete or like glue or whatever to make it like a real projectile.
Just
a cannon.
Leave it full of Pepsi.
Sure.
It'll fuck you up.
Don't do anything I say because I don't want to be liable for it.
That's crazy. I don't want
Does it use a bullet to propel it? What? I think they use blank cartridges. I've never fucked with one. Okay.
I'm clicking on this link for sure. That you just sent me this Pepsi can link.
I'm pretty sure it's illegal in California. You can't
for $200. Jeez.
Oh, the one I saw was underbarrel, but this thing's cool also.
This just replaces your complete fucking AR barrel with a can launcher.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like an upper, right?
Show the link, Zach.
I haven't looked at one
We're
forever.
all talking about something they can't see.
That is about all it is.
That is nutty looking. Wow.
I want to see this thing in action.
Thank you.
A Pepsi
And
can
25
fire.
There's plenty of YouTube videos of people fucking.
Yeah.
With it. Yeah. You can do the one that shoots the golf balls too.
Do you think if you wanted to actually launch soda cans is an AR blank the way to go, or do you want to go with either the compressed air or the propane of the potato gun?
I think that if you wanted, for the cool factor, having it in the AR platform is neat, being able to aim and stuff. But because anything else, those other two things you described are going to be big and bulky, but they're probably like more powerful in the long run. They're definitely more powerful in the long run. Or you could even do black powder. You could go hardcore and just take.
God.
You could think of this as a mold for a projectile, right? Fill this, like I said, with like concrete or like wood glue, let it hard, or resin, some sort of like binary resin that you let harden up in there. And you could even weight that with like lead shot. You
guys are fucked up. These are things I have never considered.
I mean, we make it explosive if you give me a few minutes. I just think a little.
True.
You want gas in there?
Well, back in the day, I made that anarchist cookbook napalm, the styrofoam and gasoline. I made that shit when I was a kid.
What'd you burn with it just to test it with?
What did I burn? I think whatever the bucket was that it was in, I think is what I started with. We used to do like the pineapples, the quarter sticks, in between a tripod of shaving creams and a lot of duct tape. Those were pretty powerful. Those were
with the napalm. The interesting thing, like modern gasoline doesn't have a high enough benzene content in it because of environmental stuff and probably cancer regulations too, to properly dissolve like modern styrofoam. So what I did was I went and ordered a big bottle, like a liter of benzene, and I had never seen a bottle with that cartoonish skull and crossbones on it before. But when you order a fucking bottle of a liter of benzene off a chemistry website, there's a skull and crossbones on that motherfucker. I should have kept it. And I bought, like, you can buy packing peanuts in those enormous bags.
Oh yeah.
Like enormous. They're like 8 feet tall and they're so big around you can't hug them. I bought 2 of those. 2 of those dissolved into 4 gallons of gasoline, and there was it was still eating more. Like you would just dump them as fast as they would go into gasoline with a liter of benzene mixed in, and it just ate it.
If you were to find like race gas, you would think that would work? Does that, if like you get like C16, does that have benzene?
Like that 110 octane stuff?
Yeah.
I doubt it. I don't know. What I did was I just read up like a little bit about making napalm, and I read that someone mentioned the benzene content. I bought my own benzene and I made my own napalm, and it was gooey. Like you'd stick a stick in there, and so I loaded that in my backpack flamethrower, and so
Fuck me.
That increases the range by like triple.
Oh,
because
really?
Because otherwise you're just sort of like, it's like when you take a spray paint can and like light a lighter, how everything's just immediately being lit up and vaporizing right there. But with napalm, you've got like this sticky
got a mass. Yeah, it's got a mass to it.
It's sort of like flicking it. It's like flicking some cum off your hand or something. Like it's that shit goes. And when it hits, it's like it's that honey, sticky, gooey shit, and it just sticks to whatever it hits and burns it. It's nasty stuff to fuck around with.
That sounds really sketchy.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
That sounds fucking sketchy.
Yeah, the only thing scarier than that is thermite that I've fucked around with. I'm sure white phosphorus is terrifying, but I wouldn't fuck around with that. But thermite, I've lit with flamethrowers before too. I put thermite all over a car.
Is that the stuff that you can like shoot it with a gun and it explodes too?
That's tannerite. So tannerite's a binary explosive.
Yeah.
Thermite is the stuff they use to like weld on like railways and stuff. It's you mix it's like a maybe iron oxide with like aluminum powder and a couple other ingredients. I don't remember the formula, but when you get it heated up to the proper temperature, which is a little difficult because the proper temperature is high, like in the hundreds and hundreds of degrees, it starts this chain reaction where it just goes. It burns at like thousands of degrees really quickly and melts down immediately in this wild,
you can't put
crazy
out thermite.
reaction. You can't put it out. No,
you can't put out thermite. It just burns out.
They use it to weld railways.
They use it to take down buildings on 9/11.
Oh. It's used so it's used it's used for all sort of things, but it's this basically it's something you can bring in a can that you can pour right here and you can create an incredibly hot situation that's going to destructive is what I was looking for. Like it's used for sabotage a lot, like by militaries and stuff. You can destroy an engine block or a huge piece of expensive hardware or infrastructure with it really quickly. But I think in the old times they used it to like weld railways together.
I think they use it legit in the demo industry too.
Probably. I don't know much about that. All I know with demo stuff is like, explosives with the people that fucked around with that. But yeah,
that seems incredibly sketchy.
Buy it right off the internet.
Get the fuck out of here. Can you?
Amazon.
Thermite? Yeah, y'all want some thermite? Get some. It's fun to play with.
You definitely have to pay for that in Bitcoin, right?
I use my Amazon credit card.
Here it is on Amazon.
Oh, they have it on out of here, really?
Seriously? We'll get it.
Let's go Black Friday thermite deals.
I can have it by Friday.
Coupon code PKA.
That is fucking crazy. Are you serious?
Yeah,
I am.
It's real fun to fuck around with. I don't know about Callie's so weird about stuff. Like I was going to recommend. Like I know you like toys. I was going to be like, you got a flamethrower, but like I think that's the place where they're actually illegal.
They're definitely illegal. We have a real problem with fires. I don't know if you've heard.
We don't have a problem with fire here. We have flamethrowers to deal with.
Good out here right now with the fire.
We've been fighting fire with fire for a long time here.